Let's go! Oh my goodness, pass from him. Absolutely
joined. And then on top of all that, Chips also seems to be a new addition. Was it HS that normally plays for this team? The Estonian player, I think is where he's from. He doesn't seem to be on today, so I'm not sure if he got removed from the team. And then Chips was a guy who was quite a skilled player on Wendigo.
It seemed like he's one of the best in the world. Frozen though, Desert Eagle alongside the flash of WOXIC. Gonna chip in for the first kill. This is putting the pressure on Carrigan now. Drive by Deagle. 20 seconds left, Dust. I mean, this is looking like it could be slipping away from Gamer Legion. Big kill, but there's Carrigan. And now it's down to Scream. Coming out of Palace, goes down to the hands of... Oh, Ships. Chris J. It's not going to be the end of the world for Mouse Sports, because they still have Carrigan, who's in pretty healthy shape on the site, plus Frozen. And even though he's got a scout, we know how deadly he is with this gun. Carrigan, in the meanwhile, if you go back a long way, was a main AWPer, but Hampus equal to the task. Damage being inflicted. Hampus has got 2. Molotov kill onto Nork. Hampus with a 3rd. He is holding the line. He is doing so much work for Gamer Legion. May have single-handedly rescued this round that was looking like it was really up for grabs. And WOXIC in the meanwhile is going to be able to get away.
Hard to deal with. That's what Chips is trying to do here. Does find that entry on the WOXIC as well. Nice little response from Chris J, though, to even it back
Not an
up.
angle you can typically check at Hampus. You can see he had no idea, had no hope of getting that done. Drops with the AWP. Not something you see every day. At the back of CT, and maybe that's why. As Nork is going to deal with him convincingly. And they are taking very aggressive positions on the site. Nork going for the plant with 23 seconds remaining. Didn't need to rush that. And that could have just cost them the round. Scream 1-on-3 with an AK-47. Starting to make a move of those 2 MAC-10s. They only have 1 smoke and flash remaining. Going to be smoking onto the site, but there's WOXIC. A small gap opened up. And he made the most of it. Going to be picked up. Going to try and force the plant down again. But no one is covering Hampus. Scream and Ships on 2 different planets.
What is this from Carrigan? Oh, he's been found out. Oh, no. That had so much potential on it.
Yeah. It's not necessarily an angle that many people check either. It's a really cheeky sort of like one-and-done position, but he got found.
And that will hell out of good when he's all on his own. He's been found out by Scream, so flawless victory from Gamer Legion at that point as well.
To draw away fire and
distraction.
And, yeah, absolutely. Oh, that peek from WOXIC. This is why I love watching this guy. He's so aggressive. So far, so good. Chris J. Slight gap in the smoke, or at least playing on the right side of it. Flashbang in his eyes. He's going to come back out again and try and white peek Dennis. No, Dennis to get the veteran. There's a solid flashbang as well. Could be more. His attention turned to connector. WOXIC still in underpass. How is he not dead yet? Finally goes down. Jesus, I thought he was going to spin around for another kill.
Hampus and Robs is there for support, so they might even be able to trade if worse comes to worse, but it's not going to be needed. Carrigan finds. It's just going to come down to Carrigan and Chris J. Can they hold off these remaining players that are going to be pushing through the apartments?
Chris J, in this identical position, has done so much work for Mouse Sports, but he's about to get overwhelmed. He needs someone to come in through the kitchen. Does flick across for that second kill, which is pretty massive, all things considered. Frozen's being aggressed on from the backside, but he just
isolated on an island there. It's a lot. I think, again, did it so nicely here on their T side of Garage.
2 at one point, up 15-8.
And kind of anchor that. It could still be really hard on Gamer Legion to make the split, and Carrigan's actually cut off middle. So this is actually going kind of either way at this point.
Big kill from Hampus. He has the right idea in Shadow as well. He's going to be tossing in that Molotov. Meanwhile, Dennis has to face him. He does have the bomb. This is potentially a huge kill, and Scream's not even looking in Shadow. Maybe baited out by the Molotov, assuming it was clear. But don't make any assumptions in Counter-Strike. Fortunately, though, about to pick up and may go for the flashbang or just jump up and get the free kill onto Hampus. It stood to reason with this.
Let's see what duels they can come up with. Ooh, that's a weird boost.
That boost is filth. That's not an angle you typically get headshot from Dennis's perspective, but because of the boost, Rops just instantly lasered him out of the round. At least Gamer Legion did get 1 kill beforehand, and now Ships the back of the site. He said, let's see what this guy has in store. There's the answer. 2 kills and a 3rd. The bomb's gone down as well. Ships, 4K.
That is interesting.
Ooh. Rip.
Hello.
Well, the hero of the last round has been silenced. Carrigan. He's the giant killer. Carrigan. All right. Leading by Carrigan's like, watch this, boys. I'm going in. I'm getting another one. It wasn't a one-tap, but it still got the job done. The thing is, with today's climate, I don't even know what's okay and what isn't okay. It's offensive. They're not going for any peaks. They're trying to play to their weapons' advantages. She's going to get them the one kill. Dennis actually doubles up. That's really impressive. I was not expecting that. I thought it was a one-and-done spot for him. Frozen's being tagged left and right. He knows where these, at least one of these two players is in short. There's a dink, and there's the finish off from Nox. Now they know where both... Knows at least one player is dead. There's the other one. Lands the first headshot. This is now firmly in favor of Mouse Sports, and Rops will pick up the pieces. Side. He's going to be called upon. Good flick across. Was flashbanged. Tries the other way. He knows there's a potential of multiple grenades landing on him. And seeing as he has no smoke, especially Molotov's going to cause him a great deal of damage. That peek from Dennis. Yeah, I don't know about that, Chief.
He had no idea Chris J was up that close. But once he got pushed off by some damage, it was open for the taking. WOXIC has control of window. Again, it's just that rapid pace that Mouse Sports can bring. It's also the role flexibility. You have a guy like Chris J who kind of is resorted to the edges of the map nowadays because Frozen and Kerrigan are typically kind of the entry combo. But depending on the spawns and depending on what Mouse Sports wants to do, Chris J can be an entry rifler. He's done it lots of times in the past, and he definitely came up big that round.
Bottom of the barrel here for Optimism. There isn't much to really go off. Cheeky.
Saw the map, Kerrigan trying to take it back up from that connector. No one aware of this. Kerrigan just gets these two for free. How does this keep happening? Had a few rounds ago. Now it's Kerrigan sneaking through.
But the ebb and flow has gone back in favor of Gamer Legion. Hampus changed. Not a commitment with the bomb drop where it currently is, but with WOXIC'Lî kill, maybe this will turn into a commitment. Scream needs to be landing those shots, needs to be doing better from this position. Does come back in with one. Going to be shimmying across. It's Chris J that's fending off against him. Oh, the timing. Nearly working again.
From the catwalk area. So they have mid-presence. They have Kerrigan in jungle. Frozen's found the pick onto Dennis, which is...
If he landed that shot, it would have been something truly special. But Frozen with the SG. Going to put the... Couldn't keep up. Dennis going to be called upon. Interesting. Chris J was actually looking to his right-hand side, and Dennis, he's not going to be able to do so, but they do have a fast rotation. It chips in, flick across to Rops, not able to stop the bomb plant, but the round surely going the way of Gamer Legion. Frozen might have a few things to say about it, but he has been squashed, or maybe not. That's a hell of a... He's switched across with Kerrigan now.
So Kerrigan's the true. So just trying to get their crosshairs focused on all angles towards outer. Nice little one deke there from Kerrigan. Follows it with another onto Knock as well. That's some nasty work there from Kerrigan. But Scream, this quick flank could be devastating.
Yeah, this could be the make or break moment. Kerrigan is watching it, but remember, he has no Kevlar, so he's kept out the Deagle as opposed to the MP9 that he picked up. Flashbang out. Scream going to try his very best to make something happen. Was there a Deagle down there? Decides not to even bother trying, and Frozen.
There's...
Could be running into a bit of a cataclysmic hold, though, from Gamer Legion. This is where the Deagles and the CZ could really shine. Rops, though, piercing through the smoke, will pummel onto ships. The player advantage has been maintained, and now Hampus is going to turn the attention back around. Did also land a lot of damage to Frozen, who's fortunate
to player out of the equation. And the CTs can kind of sprawl on them, but that's a good pickup from WOXIC.
Flank around, but Nok has finished the first. It's all down to WOXIC. First frag of the round for him was solid. That's a hell of a headshot too as Nok was falling to his death, and Dennis was preoccupied looking for the SG. Is left alive for a few more moments, but WOXIC shot. Dropping an AK to him, but they're going to be going for a very aggressive play instead. There's a declaration of intent. We don't want the AWP because we're going to take the fight to the CTs, but be careful what you wish for. The hunters become the hunted. They're just being smacked down left and right. Last player left is Kerrigan. He has been playing very well today, and there's another one. So many different angles. There's the Molotov, though. Scream has to move out. Kerrigan. Oh, he's going to get headshot down.
Usually controlling inner. Chris J assisting at Ivy. They run boosted WOXIC over to get a new angle. And this aggressive inner setup could be huge, but Rops picks it up.
Does two flashes to play with to the CTs. Scream going to take the initiative. Push with the M4A1S. Going to get the kill. And not really taking too much damage as Hampus goes in with the SG. Kerrigan now going to show his hand, but it's only good for the one kill. But there is WOXIC with the AWP. Finally has it in 5 seconds. It stands to reason. Gamer Legion know this is probably going to be an 8 hit, but they both peek at this.
It's going to fade here quickly, and Kerrigan is going to find that entry.
Solid entry alongside Chris J. Now, Nork's going to have to show his hand, but it's really going to be so hard for him to do a great deal more. 2 kills is no nades planted down on connector. This could be it. This could be the moment. Scream could actually clutch this. The timing, everything is going in his favor. They were completely biting down on him, still being an Ivy, but Frozen is going to save the day on Mouse. Nork is still positioned at the back of the site, plus time is starting to dwindle away. Oh, the Molotov actually extends to him. It's unfortunate. He's actually going to need to pull away as a result of that. Plus the kill that Karrigan just got lurking on A is going to draw away a couple more players. It puts more pressure on Scream. He nearly spins around and claims a double. Frozen so nearly put down, but still connects with the SG. But the wraparound frag could be the difference maker. It was Dennis that came in with his M4 down ramp. Meanwhile, there's a skirmish up close, and it's going to be a no. Buried. It was like 7-2 or 8-2, and then they came back, made a real go of it, ended up slipping away from them. Dennis with a flashbang in. Solid work. With a second, could be looking for a third, and gets it done.
After this round's said and done. Are being held up just a bit, but one has snuck by. That's going to be Frozen. He's able to get behind on knock.
Oh, crisp headshot, looking for more, gets more. Dennis, who is low, has been finished off, and Hampus takes a few stray bullets through the smoke. Frozen's not done just yet. He's on for the ace. 4 kills to his name. The hero plays. Gonna yield the round, surely. Hampus can't get any kills. Is Dennis gonna be up to the task? No. He gets put in his place. Karrigan just out to 4 HP. It's such a chaotic round. The Gamerlegion have a good call on this. They have a good read on what's happening. No, Scream is so risky. No. He's not going to go for the... No, he's not going to go for the peek. He just stays in position. There was enough time that he had to fear the potential it was a fake. And now he goes in for one. It's down to Frozen, 2-on-1. First kill goes his way. Has no idea where Hampus is residing.
Against another top 10 team, probably not. But once you start getting into this area, yeah. I mean, they can be so dangerous in those second rounds with the amount of skill they have.
Oh, first kill going the way of Gamerlegion. They're not checking the right-hand side. It's... Oh, no! Frozen! They didn't check him. I think he was waiting to see how many players passed before he showed his hand, but he's just completely whiffed it. And now Karrigan has to try and stand tall and deliver some headshots. And he's doing a solid job of keeping them at bay. Now Rops is going to chip in from box halls. Again, it's chaotic. Again, the whole 9 yards has been placed into position. But Gamerlegion starting to fall behind in terms of HP and also players. Bomb's been planted. Ships connects onto Rops' head. 2-on-2 now. The advantage swiftly goes in favor of Gamerlegion, but here's Karrigan. He's going to get the drop on Ships, almost guaranteed to get this frag. Is he going to try and look for a second play? No! He waits too long!
Into outer. Mousesports have no idea, able to get the kill into the back of Karrigan, not finding Frozen.
So key for Gamerlegion, but he's gone down to the hands of Chris J, who will hold on to the AWP at the same time. Going to get found and fragged, so that's one AWP that goes with him, plus the utility and the Kevlar that he had, and it could be both of them if WOXIC'Lî's not careful. He's going to be pushed off from multiple angles. Their ship's going to get claimed, and the AWP
setting up for some type of play towards outer. But Frozen and Karrigan have aggressive positions towards the inner side and T-connector. There's already 3 players on the inner bomb side itself. A lineup from Chris J is going to help things along. Certainly well done, though the response from Ships and Knock isn't too shabby.
Sprint their way onto the site. But here comes the rotation. The flank from Frozen. That flashbang is good, but there's a counter flash in as well. Nork, 1-on-3. He's already picked up 2 in this round. Going to have to go 2 better and double up. His position's going to be tenuous up close with the AWP. And there's Karrigan to deliver. Outside, he's scouting information, but he's been spotted. Chris J.
Now Scream finally coming over through inner halls, but it's too late. Chris J is teeing off with the AWP. He's found 2 kills by himself, solo holding the A side. And he might even find more as he's still hovering around that bomb train. As the bomb comes in, he finds it right away. Chris J, the hero that Mousesports needed.
Yeah, but, I mean, Gamerlegion just shot themselves in the foot. Mousesports mounting a real defense, but as I say, 1 round, clean, comfortable. Maybe Mousesports has something to say about it. Still, though, they got themselves Rops and WOXIC. Plus 1 more player moving over onto B. That's a flick, but it actually misses.
With this AUG, it might even be able to find this AWP over towards the CT spawn.
Ability of how close the game's been. It could go the distance. Gamerlegion certainly have the advantages. And especially in this round, Dennis finds himself an entry. Some spray from Karrigan. Similar play to what we saw Dennis do previously. Scream, going to get the upper hand. He was almost absent on Mirage, but he is landing kills here for his team. Back to the site. And it's going to be a freebie onto Karrigan, or is it? How is Karrigan not dead? Hampus has got to get that kill. Fortunately...
That's what now, I think 2 in a row for Gamer here shortly. He is very aggressive on ladder. He's got a teammate nearby as well.
Love when the camera just... And they're now pushing the green button. They're now going in, but Rops is there to deal with them. Nork lands a solid shot onto Rops, and he's going to have enough time to get this bomb planted. But this is where the flanker really comes in. Through the ramp side, he's been fouled by... They're playing to their arsenal weaponry compositions, bonuses and positives, but Chris J, M4, closes it down. And how quickly the momentum of this game has shifted into favor of Mouse Sports. Overtime looking like a very distinct possibility. Nork gets caught out, UMB sprays, gonna get him another one. 3 more players to find and frag. It's gonna have to be an ace, it's gonna have to be a clutch. All the accolades gonna have to be going the way of Nork if they're gonna win this round outright. Does have an M4 next to him as well. Picks that up, being tagged up from range, but lands the shot. Down to 2 HP, though. He will fall and frozen. Especially on a map like Train, where you really want to prioritize. Oh,
hello.
What? Okay.
Hello.
Frozen's got himself one. We saw how good he was earlier on Mirage and Inferno. WOXIC with 2. Pushing him 1 by 1. It does seem like GAMERLEGION. And it's going to be nearly a clean sweep. It's only Rops that dies after
start, and you've won the first round.
I guess the only concern for Mouse Sports, other than Chris J's stream, yeah, that's kind of weird.
That's why I didn't want to start casting, because I didn't know. I didn't want to...
High pressure situations, they'll feel like a relief if they can convert from here, but if Karrigan can hold the line, it's 2 kills! Both the ops have come in! The Molotov, though, underneath Karrigan's legs means he's going to get burnt out into the open and finished off by Scream. P250 for WOXIC gets traded out instantly, and Frozen is cursing this smoke, but still spams through!
That's not going to be the case, is it? Second finals take place tomorrow or something like that. So we'll have to see how it plays out, though. Still a chance for GAMERLEGION to force a map 3, but you feel like they need to at least find one of these T-side rounds. Yeah. That ain't it, though.
Oh, that spray through the
it.
box. Oh, dear. Gets absolutely smashed. I'm going to try and save the AK, and I nearly threw up in my mouth, but he's not. He's still got so much time left.
Calm down.
He's not pulling the J. WOXIC. He's going to have that laser pick. There's 30 seconds left, but it doesn't matter. The bomb's been planted now. And GAMERLEGION have got to go for it. It's do or die, sink or swim. If they want to make it to Malmo, this clutch has to become a reality. Nork, try as he may, still trails behind by 1 player alongside Dennis. The SG now perched up at the back of the site, Frozen. Not far away from landing some shots, and now Dennis going to just run straight into him. And it's Frozen who finishes off the round, and indeed the map, and the match as Mouse Sports take it.